Good afternoon. I bring you the revolutionary greetings, fellow Ambazonians in the diaspora as well and in ground zero, ground one, and across the globe. I want to salute all now and to welcome una once more for this platform and for this presentation. Now me, Capo Daniel, the Deputy Defense Chief of the Ambazonia Defense Forces, aka Sense Pass King, Lukong, una own countryman. I don't come again once more for can give una this presentation will be titled Gozang, the state of affair for the great state of Mogamo, the great state of Momo. I think so una be very aware of the infighting, not really infighting, what they call them insider attack them way down the go on for the great state of Momo. Since for the beginning of this our revolution, Momo it can be a hotbed of insider attack, right from the conception of the ASC, of the Splinter group of the IG. Momo it can be the focus of attack as well as Bui. After Fako and other states them for the Atlantic state, it be then fall or considered by the Ambazonia Defense Forces for the most part into the hands of the hijackers who have hijacked the IG. So today I will give una this presentation for show una wait till it go on for the great state of Momo and for narrate for una exactly what did then transpire right from the beginning of Monday, the 19th of this month of July 2021. Today, na number 22 day for the month of July. I want to welcome all now who are going to watch me live for YouTube and those who are going to watch me also for the ACN Facebook page and the ACN television where they be watched across the globe and more importantly, they grow up for inside Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, who are welcome. As this tradition for this our show it be, we'd always start with a song who they take and for welcome all man, and that time it will give me a time to share them for my private platform and for other ADF platforms and where Ambazonian revolutionaries and they for they watch. So make I take some few time for play this music and then you go get me ready for play for do the presentation what I get them for now today. I go to salute all man way they watch me live because those who they take time for watch live they make a maybe interactive. And if in case you watch me for any other platform, make sure so you subscribe for my YouTube channel for get notification them each time we we'll upload any defense update. So band stop. Thursday. I want to pick out for welcome on. I want to put no. I want to play this song made it repeat itself, but I don't know how to do it. So, but in any case, now it's song from Banso, our great Banso people, for the great state of we all across the all the great state of salute all the sons and daughters, salute our IDPs, our prisoners of war, to tell us we did together, one for all for one. And they also want to salute Breeze Eric, where they on live now to watch me for YouTube, and George as well, and many others so they could join me for an interactive presentation. My phone number it will be open today to receive WhatsApp call for inquiry for anybody we want call. I want to welcome on all. I will take some time to share the link for YouTube before I come back for now. When I 10,000 for me, I want to. When I put me 10,000 for head, 10 over my head. Yeah, happy weekend to all of you. 10 over my mobile money, say I go put up 10 over my head. When I long send me for inside, Momo. 10 over my head. Momo, shell on you, the one video. 10 over my head. 10 over my head. When I 10,000 for me, I want to. When I put me 10,000 for head, 10 over my head. 10 over my head. Yeah, happy weekend to all of you.
for my head. My mobile money self, I go put up for 10 for my head. When I long send me for inside, Momo, 10 for my head. Momo, shell on you, the one video. 10 for my head. Ah, 10 for my head, 10. Na 10,000 for me, I want to 10 for my head. When I put me 10,000 for head, 10 for my head. 10 for my head, 10 for my head. Happy weekend to all of you. 10,000 for my head. My mobile money self, I go put up 10 for my head. When I long send me for inside,
Juba, 10,000 for my head.
Oh, shell on you, the one video. 10 for my head. Ah,
10,000 for my head, 10,000 for my head. So, ladies and gentlemen, una welcome for this presentation for today. We will take una for inside Gozang for the great state of Momo, the district of Gozang, to give una update about the activities of the Ambazonia Defense Forces vis-a-vis our liberation movement. We will also try to give una updates, general update, but we will dive for focus primarily for the issues of the great state of Momo, for the district of Gozang. All man, be welcome. All man, a place day, shake, day. I want to take this opportunity first for salute all our generals, them, all the commanders, them, and all the squad the way they never down to resist the La République du Cameroon occupation of Ambazonia. For salute una say na una be the backbone of our revolution, and for salute our people for ground zero where every Monday they lock their shop, them they stay home for demonstrate peacefully for the entire war for no say Southern Cameroon they want separation and outright independence for our territory. I want to salute all our parents the way they then decide to withdraw their speaking them for inside Cameroon government schools inside Ambazonian territories. For salute them for say, oh man, they see their sacrifices will not be in vain. So ladies and gentlemen, wanna welcome for this show. The title for this show today na Gozang, the state of affair in the great state of Momo. So we will start by first give una small recap or throw una small news where they go on, so that make una be aware for some little bit international issue them, as we always do na the tradition for this show. So we want to salute our people them as the ACN TV it is spread for across Africa. I then get a contact from Sierra Leone. One viewer where they watch me for Sierra Leone, he send me these images where I want to put and for share with una as they watch the ACN watch una no Talk show. For instance, Sierra Leone will get a global impact and a pan-African impact. We are not alone. We need to broaden our spectrum as Ambazonians for no say the struggle for Ambazonian independence, not the struggle for all Africans them. Just like the South Africans, they will open up their struggle for international support and for Pan-Africanist support with the hope say such support will be seen and such concern from Sierra Leone and many other parts of Africa. Most Africans will speak up when they have the chance about the plight of the people of the Southern Cameroons. Taking in mind, say Southern Cameroon was the first self-administered, self-governing territory for the entire African continent before the independence of Ghana. So we'll continue to encourage those who they watch we across the African continent to continue to remain engaged. Contact us and see how you can help. Even fund the Ambazonian Liberation War. Fund the TTOF.net is .org website, or contact me for provide for you the link where if you support the resistance against new colonialist regime where it oppress the people of Southern Cameroon. They keep us down. All the diasporans population across Africa are also invited to do their duty to liberate Ambazonia, as Ambazonia is going to be a state that is going to project and defend African life and black life across the states of Africa. We no go become quiet or satisfied with just Ambazonian independence, but we, as we see with our alliance with the Biafran people, them will get a Pan-African agenda as well for stand up for African independence, African freedom from European new colonialist politics, Africa for Africans. Ambazonia will lead the way with our Biafran alliance, and we will continue to broaden that alliance with the hope, say the dream for a united Africa go be realized with Africans where the units and go be reflective of the people's right of Africa. Thank you very much from Sierra Leone and those who did watch me across the continent of Africa. So we go back straight for the Republic of Cameroon, La République du Cameroon, before one go for our primary presentation for today for show now disturbing images and way it is show wait this particular video where it come up for the Bamileke region for La République du Cameroon, how their police people they manhandle, assault a lawmaker, and the reaction of the new colonialist regime for Yaoundé, it is showing exactly the type of people the way the Ambazonian people they try to separate themselves from them. If you do wander across Africa, say why we Africans would still try to separate ourselves from some states like that of La République du Cameroon, this video it will show you exactly the type of system where we for Ambazonia, the southern Cameroons, would try to run away from. Now a video where it be circulated on social media, make I show the video of the Cameroon military, Cameroon police manhandling a lawmaker, an MP, for inside Bafoussam. So, ladies and gentlemen, for this picture, when I see the policeman where he wear blue clothes, sky blue, this now the typical Cameroon police people them, and their behavior for this lawmaker when a parliamentarian for a minority group, for the ethnic group of the Bamileke people for La République du Cameroon, it shows exactly what we are dealing with when it comes to the state of Cameroon, the government of Cameroon, the representative of that territory for Cameroon, where now a new colonialist puppet regime will be based on tribalism. You get two tribes for Cameroon, the Bulu Beti clique, where now they dominate, they rule that country for French interests, and all the rest people they did work for them, now just mercenaries to implement a brutal colonial system, a relic of the era of Charles de Gaulle, where they put them for protect the French interests for Africa. Southern Cameroon, it then become a victim of this predatory regime where it seek to exploit our people, exploit our natural resources for themselves, and the ego, the long nose, where it then be developed by such impunity where it be supported and being given political support from the French government, it then make them the resort to this exorcism where they see the same things we would see for Rwanda and many other parts for Africa. Now the same thing we would see for Cameroon, how the Cameroon military, the Cameroon police, they brutalize their own people, subjugate their own people, because they know say they fit get away with whatever they can get away with, because the French government it support them. When I watch this video. So when I see for this very video, the first police will stand for back, now the superior, now the commandant, as they call them for Cameroon, now the commandant that way, now they control those military people them. The behavior for their foot soldier them, they always reflect as with the tell the will and the mindset of their commanders them. Because this soldier way assault this lawmaker, this parliamentarian, you go see say it follow, it reflect now the attitude for a boss, the commandant, where stand for corner. Una listen for which way the commandant go talk for this parliamentarian. So now the commandant this, the superior police officer, it warn a parliamentarian, a lawmaker, pointing a finger for a face. Méfiez-vous. That one are the way street person, the one person before the one attack you. So many the subordinate soldier then take over which way they want to do them. And when I go hear the response from the Cameroon government about this incident, then when I go know what it happened for that their country. So when I see that officer a behavior, it just simply follow now the president where is superior officer he done set up. Removing a lawmaker. Here they want the lawmaker. Point finger for a face. Like that for a lawmaker. Now not say lawmaker them. Now they make the law. Now they provide the budget for the government for hire police them. Police people that they work now for them. A lawmaker now the superior people them. But for Cameroon, La République du Cameroon, this lawmaker led now nothing. Because nobody they provide the law for that country. All law they be written by the French embassy with the Pobia regime. They can submit them for the parliament, they vote them. The lawmaker them now nothing. As a matter of fact, for the Cameroon, their parliament, the big door for outside parliamentarian, they no get right for enter for that door. Now only Pobia, the dictator for Cameroon, now they get right for enter for parliament for the main door. So now see the behavior for this people. This small police. See how the police is touching for back for drappy, even when the woman walk away. Damn. And then let's see how he push him. See, the policeman, he assault the lawmaker. See, he push him. I want to see the miners, the secret service for Cameroon, the way they never corner. Now they go stop the video. So when I see that one at the secret service, he point the person where they record this video, made them stop him. So, but thanks to social media, thanks to cell phone, would they get wait away the people them and the entire world, they no be get the opportunity to see the real face of Cameroon, the real face of Mr. Paul Biya. This is what is going on, worse than Idi Amin. Paul Biya's regime is worse than what we have seen in the movies in Idi Amin. They disappear people, political disappearance, assassination on the day. My dear Africans, what would not they see the war today for inside Cameroon? Nothing way that they don't suppress them for many, many years, for over 60 decades. Would they manage to stay quiet despite the kidnappings, despite the disappearance of political opponents by Mr. Paul Biya and his regime and the secret service? Wait will not see today. This is a lawmaker in the Bamileke region, a minority. They don't get no right. Then how can we, who are they look at us like the people in the bottom of the chain, a slave and a conquered people? What type of treatment do you think they give to us? This should give a reflective moment for all Ambazonians to know that we are fighting against a regime that is brutal, that do not consider us. And guess what? Despite all this issue, the Cameroon government, you go think say na just some rook police people them then take out this action. But no, the Cameroon regime, their top political analyst, a person who will be close to the regime, they call this man, by the way, the lawmaker named Noreen Foster, a very popular person for speak against injustice for that country. But when I see for TV, for Equinox, this man, they call him Andre Meka. Andre Meka, a big CPDM consultant, when he can talk on behalf of the regime every day for CRTV and for other interviews, them they debate for defend the regime. This Andre Meka, he can talk, say that lawmaker where policeman assaultee is supposed to apologize for all the so-called Cameroonians because he no be get no right to disobey police their law. I don't go for Yaoundé. I don't see how even the CPDM small quarter head how they respect them. They wake up block road when they do one cry die. Now a country where they no get no law. So for say a lawmaker, the one pass for roadway police people they don't block them. They no go open the road. Me that one lawmaker he pass, but they go further for threatening, assaulting for public. For can't talk say that man that lawmaker need to apologize. Go show and say this is an unrepentant beast in Yaoundé, a regime with no hope for cohabitation with people and gentle people like us Southern Cameroonians. This person where he talks to me, the lawmaker, he apologize in name na Andre Meka. If you know it very well, a brother na former Minister of Defense Meka, also they call na Meka na Nze Remi Nze Meka, also na Minister for la Republic. The other cousin when he get them na General Claude René Meka. Now the people in this na Eboloa people them. The people them was Sangmelima, the Pobia, a Bulu tribe, and the Beti people them. When na they talk na the Porto Paro for the regime. They don't talk say that lawmaker they be supposed to even knock himself. But when I know very well, say if na Bulu Beti lawmaker, police people therefore worshiping and worshiping. This is the face of the regime. This is the type of people we cannot live under. The type of system we the people of Southern Cameroons we cannot live under. I go take una gentlemen for the primary presentation we'll get on today when at the state of Momo about the fighting where the people them where they for diaspora they incite them. In particular, the Splinter group of the IG, a group of embedded agents of La Republique where they call on soldiers to go and kill their own brothers, 10 guns against their own people, which is not accepted for any list. So I go take una for the video, but before I want to do that, there are always get somebody, this francophone, this Cameroonian guy is called Michel Bintong Onambino. What type of name did they call it? He then go on social media day after day talking about Dr. Cho Ayaba, the leader of our War of Liberation, the president of the Governing Council and the CIC of the ADF, say he work with La Republique. He is repeating this thing again and again. And somebody go think say the man actually get a proof of what way they talk for. And for your information, the general public, in the ADF, it is a well-structured force. And Dr. Cho Ayaba do not manage the day-to-day activities of the ADF, the purchase of weapons, the transfer of weapons. He sets policy. He supervises as a commander-in-chief. But the ADF boss is Benedict Kwa. So this guy is in his own head. And finally, for the first time, he has given some proof. Because for many years, these people, they like Ambazonian people making up stories, say Abacho, they work with La Republique as a means for discrediting and for sow this chaos inside the Ambazonian revolution so that it go cripple we and the people not go be able to align themselves with the leader where get the vision for lead them for independence. So I go play the video. Finally, me gonna see him because we not here for a long time with this boy, where in a journalist, time we run away from La Republique to Cameroon, he be contact some ADF officials, they help people sending some money, but it look like saying a person where he work for his own personal benefit. So when he be travel for abroad, he be contact the ADF, them say he want travel, he be a journalist, where he be under pressure from La Republique. Our ADF members, they supported him financially and he traveled. Maybe he was trying to infiltrate us, I don't know. But they didn't continue to support him. So he is now a staunch supporter of Sako Ikome, the former conman where he do 419 for La Republique before he want run go for abroad. Now he can try for hijack Seseko organization. He be a splinter group now. This man is their staunch supporter. When I listen for one of the lies, the reason why I bring him today for Unana, because people they always ask me, say, but why Unana need to respond for this boy? But we never ever respond for it because we know say not just a liar. And any allegation where they talk about we or the president of the AGOFC, Dr. Cho Ayaba, he has never presented any evidence. Not just talk, noise talk. But today he finally bring some evidence according to he. So may we play and may we not hear the lies behind the sabotage, the blackmail for Dr. Cho Ayaba, with an ongoing effort by the Cameroon government as soon as they see him with the fake flyers. Now he go on, make we not listen for the man.
Des échanges WhatsApp régulier entre le colonel Emile Bankui.
So this guy, if in case you need to hear Egyptian, he talks say there is regular exchange between the Cameroon top general, the intelligence chief of Cameroon, Emile Bankui, with Ambazonian liberator Dr. Cho Ayaba. He never give any evidence, despite the fact that he repeatedly talks that there is exchange between WhatsApp. I don't know how if that is possible. If there was a WhatsApp exchange between Ayabacho and Emi Bankwe, he is going to know about it. Definitely, Ayabacho can talk with anybody. He can communicate with anybody. But Ayabacho have never spoken to Emi Bankwe. He has never had any WhatsApp. He doesn't even know the contact of this man. We have actually asked Ayabacho for accountability. And he said this is ridiculous. He doesn't know what these guys are talking about. As a matter of fact, fellow Ambazonians, the first time we will start here about Emi Bankwe, now Chris Anu, he began stand when the Seseko, he be called for a conference for the IG group, the APNC conference for America. At that time, when we be the support me the conference he hold, Sako and Chris Anu, they be afraid, say they will fire them from their position. So Chris Anu can stand and bring this name, say Emi Bankwe. How he did for inside America, he did drive taxi, he did for taxi. Some taxi driver meet up Emi Bankwe when a Cameroon intelligence chief. Then he talks say the one can attack people them for that conference. He be the use that man in name for frightening people that may no go attend the conference where be there for Washington, where be meant for Fire E and Sako. So why will Chris Arno use the name of Emi Bankwe, Colonel Emi Bankwe? You go only use na person in name where you know say the person go back you up. So that when you talk, if you use na person in name where you don't know ye, the person can disclaim you for talking a lie in the good day. So now Chris Anu and the Sako then be connected with this man according to the substantial evidence the way they. Now either way na Chris Anu be bring this name Emi Bankwe for Ambazonia Revolution. Nevertheless, me gonna hear what you talk.
Et Ayabacho Lucas. Et il y a quelques heures, une de mes sources d'information m'a.
So he has no proof. And the deception na say he pretend like say he get proof. Say Ayabacho the contact Emi Bankwe. Where even if Ayabacho be the contactee, no be problem because na leader, he go the contactee only for the purpose for push our revolution forward, because he damn they always push our revolution forward consistently. It not be unusual me any person for the enemy side contact somebody for the Ambazonian side. It not be unusual, so long as that Ambazonian person they push our struggle or it stand for defend our purpose. The only problem with the gate and I say Cameroon government is try for bribe Ambazonian people them, like how Adam proven with the attempt for bribe me and Lucas. They try for bribe our people them. So the communication with Sako and Anu, the communicator with La Republic, now for undermine our revolution, for receive money for La Republic. Now the difference that. So anyway, me gonna hear what way it talk. Gonna go fi say go provide proof, but gonna listen.
Confirmer cela m'a confirmé le fait qu'Ayabacho Lucas est en contact, est effectivement en contact permanent avec Joël Emile Mbamkui.
I don't know if this guy gets some problem with the Emile or I don't know what he's up to, but he's just lying. He's a pure liar. When I listen.
Dans l'objectif de semer la confusion au sein de la lutte armée du peuple anglophone.
So it claims Ayabacho the contact Emi Bankoe because Ayabacho want make confusion and chaos for Ambazonian revolution. But the reality is the contrary. The ADF is the most stabilizing force on ground zero. The ADF is doing massive job to fight against kidnapping for ransom. The ADF is trying to reconcile with all forces. The ADF have been providing weapons to all forces. The ADF started the self-defense. So what way the talking are just complete lie and match with reality. On the contrary, the Sako and Anu way they support them. They ran the call for the attack of other forces. They ran the call for the closure for border with Biafra, where big tactical and it be important for support Ambazonian economy and cut us away from La Republic. They ran talk me then assassinate people them for ground zero, call me then kill soldier them. So may we not listen for listening sake.
Southern Cameroon. Mesdames et messieurs, j'ai reçu il y a quelques jours un audio, un voice. Le voice est de Titus Nkonda.
So anyway, it talks say Ayabacho the contact with La Republic General. Now the deception that way they do up. It never provide any evidence. No evidence at all. And which you cannot have any evidence because that is just lies. But it go come up from one lie, go now for another one, for one bring proof. Like for substantiate way to be done the talk. Obviously. But the proof way they provide them for Ambazonia, it be laughable. And it doesn't show that these people are just full of lies. Now listen.
C'est-à-dire que cet activiste anti-ambazonien qui est financé par le cabinet civil de la présidente de la République.
So it talk about Konda Titus, the boy who use the name My Country People Them. So it talk say they don't get audio from that man. It acknowledge say that man they work for Cameroon government. The man they be paid by the Cameroon government. When I listen.
Cet individu, un condamné Titus qui vit en Angleterre et qui se fait appeler My Country People Them. My Country People Them. My Country People Them. C'est lui qui reçoit les vidéos des crimes horribles.
So it talks say that Konda Titus, My Country People Them. Now it always get all the horrific videos them where they come up for ground zero for use them for tarnish the reputation of Ambazonian forces for try for pens them like say them being a terrorist them. But we know say all of those videos them where Konda Titus and provide them where they always publish them in the command for the so-called restoration forces the way they did now under the Sako. Some few one in the way that the Konda Titus the manufacture them with the people the way they never that are so-called DDR center them. None of those videos them they never ever come up for the ADF. Wanna listen.
Milice du pouvoir de Yaoundé en zone anglophone. Une fois qu'il reçoit les photos et les vidéos de ces horreurs, pour le travail qu'il fait, il est payé à hauteur de millions de
francs. So,
il
accepte ce conduct par na a paid agent. He's paid to work for la Republic.
My Country People Them donc échange donc très souvent avec Ayabacho.
So somehow, it talks say that My Country People they change message with Ayabacho. How you do know? This not just lies making up story. When I hear.
J'ai pu obtenir un vocal dont j'aimerais partager le contenu avec vous dans quelques instants, mesdames et messieurs. Et nous allons décrypter ce vocal-là ensemble.
So he don't talk say he don't receive some message where Ayabacho he communicate with Konda Titus. He don't fail for show any proof say Ayabacho he communicate with Emi Bankoi. Now for if for pretend to cover up the lie, for present the lie like truth, now evidence this now the first time this way that ever provide any evidence for the lies we done they talk for over a year. When I see the evidence, when I hear, according to in a message this way Ayabacho they discuss here and Konda Titus.
On écoute, hein.
Yeah, my man, Ayaba.
Yeah, my man, Ayaba. Donc,
This guy na a clown, na a fool, na an idiot. What type of a person will believe this type of stories? So if Ayabacho they communicate with Konda Titus go release the audio, or Ayabacho go release the audio, we no say talk as he don't talk na Konda Titus na La Republic the pay. So definitely Konda Titus they always try to make confusion. So he try to make this type of video for fool people, the people then feel say the word Ayabacho so that they no go trust Ayabacho. Now simple thing where all man know. Now just a simple prank, a lie where the Konda Titus they make am. So if this man where he call himself say journalist, now the basis for an evidence, no man no fit take anything where they talk am seriously. So he claims that Ayabacho the talk with Banko na just laughable. He has no credibility. He is childish. His benchmark for what is called an evidence is just laughable. When I hear what he talk and then I will play a reaction from Tiger One when I a neutral person me gonna hear.
il s'adresse à Ayabacho Lucas. On continue.
That one, a fantastic work, fantastic. You know what way happened for Boy. Yes, now so now the way that we just, you know, that kind of style where we discuss.
For sure, when I say this boy now a lying person. Konda Titus where even make this audio, it talk about what way happened for Boy. But recently, the ADF done get a confrontation with the TTA, where they kill over 4 of their soldiers where they try to attack our base for inside Gozang. So this audio, Konda Titus be making it talk about Boy. But because ye na a layman where it one link up with the current affair where they go on for Gozang, he not even know the difference between Gozang and Boy. He just mix them all because the rante say me can begin lie about you. When I hear what he talk.
So if just do and so easy, you know, yeah, they don't confirm them for me saying that the right strategy that we just get for, you know, behind the scenes will cause confusion, you know.
Voilà. En fait, quand il parle de buée, il fait référence à... Parce qu'il y a deux combattants de l'Ambazonian Restoration Forces qui ont été tués récemment à Guzang, je crois. Et Guzang, le village Guzang est situé dans le département du Bui.
So Gozang then for Bui now. You don't even know where there is Gozang and Bui. So how can you even talk about what is happening there when you don't even know? Because they just give you audio to come and lie, you lie. It's just so childish. Everybody know that video, that Konda Titus is working for La Republic. So he will definitely put out things that will help La Republic's case. And La Republic's case is to discredit Ayabacho by lying that Ayabacho is working with them. Because La Republic's not devil, not the enemy, not Satan. So when you do work with La Republic, let me say be bad man. But you know will work. So now here Tiger One reaction.
I don't listen and my heart don't vex very badly. Look, Capo, I don't know whether like these stupid Sako people, the way they send them for me. You know, when I listen I they laugh. I just ask myself, say, why are these people so stupid, so dull? They do not know anything concerning the revolution. You could really hear person the talk thing and the frame of the put on some kind of way. You would think, say, this person is giving you correct information. Oh, now because the person talk for French now, Ambazonia them. Well, I know, I don't even blame them because people. Maybe
so
the group of people they try to project the image where now they talk nonsense thing them. The same Bankun where this guy Chris Anu we talk say he's coming to America to arrest people. People the way they want to organize their conference for America. So now you did not talk say he's working with a Yaba again. Then you go bring that thing like proof thing from my country people them, where my country people talk say, I have a fine job. I look at my just ask myself, say, who are people who work together and then they just disrespect. Each saying a so countryman could just talk say, I have you don't see that thing. You know, even talk say, you know, even talk you call your person say, bro, or Daisy, or Cho, or all that kind of thing. So, but I just, when I listen to that kind of thing, I just realize and I talk say, see the bastard. So, it go bring now, my country people, where it just shit on, so it just form something, it talk. So, now you go bring on.
So, now Tiger One, when an independent person, a reaction that for just laugh the whole thing is just so ridiculous. My country people is working for La Republique. There is no way he will work against La Republique. When he release audio and make up stories like that, it's just so confusion because they underestimate Ambazonian them. They take Ambazonian them for fool. They look on our people then down. They feel say those small lies them go to bring confusion. The real people who work for La Republique, now the Sako come. When I remember their so-called head for Menchum, where na a Cameroon military personnel. Abidante on a boy they call na Prince Weti. He work for La Republique. He actually work with Konda Titus. The boy then pretend now say that resign for the Sakoi regime. He then go now they release audios them where it is target for destroy Ambazonian revolution, not just the ADF or whatever. And this boy when a countryman for Tiger One, they don't recognize his voice. And the voice is where they explain and say that boy, why be the tell and say that boy to work for Cameroon government, now an active service military person, when I be the head Sako is so-called group for the Menchum. When I hear from Tiger,
you want bring the thing say na communication this way my country people get them.
When I hear,
and you know say that Franco from Menchum, that Franco.
I think when I know the Franco, I don't publicize his pictures and before for one Ambazonian they say that boy na Cameroon military active service person. Now one of the person where probably be sending me go for America go receive the aeroplane where American government want support the Cameroon military and he be at Sako he head for Menchum. Now he be that make and the Menchum so the soldier they go surrender for La Republique. They give them the information for La Republique, they assassinate them. Finally, now your own countryman this Tiger One it confirms that the voice way when they always hear where they act like Konda Titus. Now that same boy now a voice when I hear
Franco na black leg. Franco, all these suspicions the way we get them so Franco don't come out with the audio, but now he try to change his voice. All we will capture him. All we are advocates, so we capture and we realize and say.
So when I hear I don't know why the volume stopped. Make her off the Bluetooth connection. I play indirectly.
Very happy with Ambazonians.
So if you not hear this audio for WhatsApp, this one na the former Sako he head for Menchum. Now it is the work with La Republique now with Konda Titus for destroy this revolution. Now listen.
Yeah, fellow blacklegs. I don't know whether I don't notice something very happen with Ambazonians. I don't say just as these boys they are about last they fall for bush. They die.
So now this the way we work with Sako, the call so that the way the four fallen heroes as shit no white bloods the same like my country people. So ladies and gentlemen, it be very clear who do work for La Republique. Now those people the way they are engaged with La Republique for negotiate for Switzerland. Now the people the way they don't try for hijack the IG group. Now they don't feel now they do work with La Republique. As proof, I go tell una say the Sako and the Comer group, they never ever plan any action for help for push the revolution forward for ground zero or for do any positive diplomatic action for help for push the revolution forward. The only action where they be that announce some hurricane and tsunami, the action the way it never ever happen. They only wait if some group for ground zero then do some action, call and say na restoration forces, then they go jump on top, say na them that, na they don't do them. They never ever plan, they never ever finance. This one a testimony from their own generals then. On the other hand, we don't see time and time again where ADF they support neutral forces, not just our forces with the supply for neutral forces then, including controversial forces the way they deal with the IG group. So it be very clear for all man where you get here for no way to where it happen. So before I take una for inside Gozang, and I go on to bring this issue up. And now the issue where we know, for instance, the intelligence bureau of the Ambazonia Defense Forces, after we successfully launched the Akamanso. The Akamanso was a game changer. It was an inspiration. It inspired our forces. It inspired our youth. It rekindled the desire of our people for self-defense. It inspired the diaspora who were wary about self-defense to invest more. It changed the whole narrative internationally that the Ambazonian forces are strong. It debunked all the lies that Paul Biya and the French government have been doing to misrepresent what is happening in ground zero. The Akamanso was a big game changer, and they have been a big game changer on the ground. They have moved into big areas in Lebialem, pushing La République du Cameroon out. They are moving into Manu and other areas to stabilize the areas. Recently, they have been deployed and they were in battle in Beme, in Manu, and many other places. I'm going to talk about that in a while. But there have been a persistent, we know, in the intelligence office, the spy office of the ADF, that the Cameroon government have tried always to match the ADF. Whatever we do, they try to match it up, to make sure that we are not the dominant force on the ground, to make sure that when it comes to negotiation, we cannot have the dominant voice or the final say, by encouraging and promoting other voices, including when it is against them, so that these voices could represent. So, there have been some controversial attacks on the ground that we of the ADF, we decide to remain silent, even though there are voices within our intelligence committee that have submitted evidence that these attacks are suspicious attacks. But we choose to stay quiet because we have weighed the pro and the negative and the positive. We see, say, even if La République promotes something, if it backfire for them, so some of those actions, them, it inspire other forces, them, and it keep the revolution going. But there is also a hidden danger, which is the original intent of La République, to make sure that they give the perception to the international community, now that behind the corridors of diplomacy, the Americans are pushing for a settlement, a non-conflict settlement of this revolution. Probably that is why Paul Biya have traveled abroad. And we know that they will match us gun for gun on the ground. That means whenever ADF do something, La République will use other forces or promote other forces to do the same, so that they will suppress us on the negotiation table. We know that for sure. So I will say things that you didn't expect to hear, but these are things that are backed up by our intelligence analysis in the Security Bureau of the ADF. There have been a fight on the ground that we know are unbelievable attacks against La République. That smells bad all over, but we have stayed quiet. You look at the attack carried out by No Pity that involved 6 ADF trained forces that were accompanying him. In the fires and analysis of those attacks, our forces have had the same weapons, and the forces on the ground have the same weapons that No Pity had. They had not had those type of success. If you look at the way the camera were running, soldiers running towards an area where Cameroon soldiers were, they went there, they supposedly killed soldiers that were all found dead with bullet wounds on their head, putting on security cap that should protect their head from bullet wounds. But somehow the soldiers were dead on the floor, according to the video that we arrived, freshly killed soldiers, but there was no evidence that the bullets were coming back from that direction. Those were all suspicious attacks to prop up groups. Now, Chris Anu and Sako, the way they have designed their structure, they don't have anything to do in Ground Zero. They are just propagating what is happening in Ground Zero to take claim, which is what they had designed. Because the Cameroon government works with many, many people for a common purpose, to sabotage and misrepresent our revolution. The soldier, ADF soldier, that was really telling us what was happening there, he was killed suspiciously after he ran towards those bodies and collected one of the AKs. He spoke with us during those attacks with No Pity. They are all suspicious attacks. They are all suspicious attacks. I'll say it here so that you should know. The purpose of me saying this, for 2 reasons. You should not be blindsided. And if Cameroon thinks that they can pull a fast one against Amazonian people, it will backfire on them. Because our people will not accept any group to come and declare surrender or to go and compromise or accept any negotiation, a compromise negotiation, because they have become popular, because Cameroon is propping up their activities. The attack that took place in La République, in which area that the first attack that took place there by the group of No Pity that the Cameroon government himself was promoting. They had an SDO come on social media, on their TV, and talk about the attack. The Cameroon government sent those attacks to the international press because there are security apparatus and security organizations around the world that pick up conflict activity, armed conflict activity around the world to determine what is going on, which is a force, who is fighting, who is not fighting. Those are indications the Cameroon government have been putting out by themselves. By the way, there was no attack that took place in La République. It was in, they said that the attack took place there in around some area there. That attack never happened. It never happened. The attack of the buffaloes of Bali, I will tell you why I decided to put this out there for you people to know. I'll play the video of that attack for Bali, let you know. There have been 2 videos that have come out from Bali. One is an attack in what they call they burned down a Cameroon military post. We know that Cameroon military post, it is a school GS, is this GS what they call the name? It was burned by the Cameroon military themselves, who have moved from there into Mbonji to reinforce Mbonji because of ADF present in Gozang. Make a play the video for this attack for the buffaloes of Bali. Make una watch with una own eye. Una make the assessment on yourself as una choose for here. So this one na soldier them and cameraman they talk. Apparently they supposed to go attack La République du Cameroon armored car. Then get time for talk. Una need to hear no bullet they come from that side. No bullet at all. But they want go attack an armored car. Una follow up. Una follow una self. Una judge una self. So they don't load their own kalach. Una watch them again. Cameraman de for corner. Then load kalash. They shoot. Bigo. They shoot moto where na armored car. He get Cameroon military personnel and for day. If that Cameroon military personnel they be alive when they attack them, they don't forget time for shidong, load gun, take camera, begin to approach the vehicle to go open a vehicle where they know say military day the way if he still be alive.
Bingamoto. Yes, na bari cross and die this so. We tell have a T junction here. Na moto is orum this am.
So then walk suite go for that moto. The cameraman need the fear. Say the armored car as soon as see am very well, get small hole way na the way the fish shoot gun. Say the armored car, the soldier fish there for the way be alive if he shoot them. But then go for the suite, go open them.
The moto please.
Then they should shoot them there.
Binga kusu.
See? No gun in the camp suite and go for they go open the body them, drag them for ground. Then Cameroon government they tell international community say the attack that happened for day. The ADF it carry out an attack also for inside Bamenda with explosive. 1 foot for gendarme where he caught them, he fall for road, they can't pick and people then see them. They know if you make videos, they know if you get time for make videos. We need to push them in and make videos. For over 4 years, these soldiers then get the same weapons. We don't ever see this type of victory. These are unbelievable. Which normal soldier go capture Cameroon military vehicle? No bonam. We don't see also for Atlantic State the same type of drama going on. So these are the inconvenient truth. It is up to every individual Ambazonian to make up their minds what they believe and what they don't want to believe. And one of the reasons why it pushed me for talk the truth about this type of attacks and where it unfold in front of our IF Ground Zero. When I didn't see what soldier they had and go fight for inside Bonji, we lost 1 soldier for day. They fight for day. When I see they fight, they go overtake General Ekolo Bilai, or how they call it, a local B house and all those things. Or I see most of those attacks will carry them out. Those movements will carry them. We do our best for carry out those attacks. Some of them will not show the video. Some of them will not get the videos for sure and for now. So, but the reason why I want to talk, One of our soldier them for inside Alabo camp for Bamenda, EBB adopted by forces where they come out for Bali. Make I play the video, make una see way to way it happened for day. Before I go take una me una go for inside at the state of Bui. So this one an ADF soldier, where forces them from Bali, them come successfully penetrate our defenses, capture one of our soldiers for inside Bamenda for the Bamenda brigade, go torture ye seriously. The soldier run, he come out come. Now the video this una watch him.
You see him now. Now he that now. You don't see him now. Now he see them that way don't come out so. Now he skin that so. Oh, now look him.
Don't carry Apoka bag out up. Apoka bag out up.
They don't carry Amoka.
All this no.
He bike. Go tam. Na idi so way they fear. They say they can't take in for say me they do it. So I've got ask question, but they not get no right. Na idi so they so na the see face. Oh no.
So to be fair, the grandpa for Bali, he don't talk say the soldier the way they can catch, they do the action. Now soldier the way they be done drive them for day. It be unbelievable because them be done talk about this issue before this action do what happen. And he respond, Tanwe will talk about the issue. A spokesperson, he come, he begin to talk, say, no mercy, the fight, them the fight, for try to insinuate, so who said the ADF the fight? Where they know very well, say the ADF in the fight, he don't fight only for their corner, for Bonji. He, the grandpa, he be done work with the ADF previously before he want leave with, you know, be ADF, when they claim say the ADF, they do it, they do whatever they do for inside Bali, they, but this type of things needs to stop. If any soldier, he touch ADF soldier, we will hunt that soldier and make sure that soldier will pay. Any barracks where he send soldier, me touch an ADF soldier, you will account and pay for it if you do not surrender the people who are involved to us. So, make una know very well, we will fight against La Republic, we will beat La Republic, and any sabotage, any attempt to try to pull a fast one of our people will not work. I guarantee you. It will not work. It will not work. So make una know very well which way they go on for ground zero. We will continue for support every force where they fight against La Republic and where they denounce any attack against Ambazonia Defense Forces them as we continue to do our job for fight against La Republic to Cameroon. We the here to say grandpa they don't decide for block road permanently for 3 months according to the communique with Ngam road for Batibo. The first time they be talking, they want block and because they want force the people for the Gozang incident for be resolved. Now Cameroon colonial governor, he don't declare a ban for all bike people them for inside Bali. Then instead for protect the interest of the people when they benefit from that transportation, the free movement of our people during a time when they pay a high price. Grandpa for Bali, unara instead go talk so one block road for Bali for 3 months. Now, who would suffer for that blockage of road for 3 months? When I don't consult with any political leadership. Last time we watched, I will come for this one later on. It is just wrong. You cannot give our people pain when they are being punished by La Republic. When Cameroon governor will do the same ban for inside Bamenda, we for the ADF will do a ban for all vehicles for a while. We will be call them off within a week because it be counterproductive. If una be good faith and this is a mistake, a miscalculation, you people should peacefully withdraw that ban and allow circulation along that highway. It is very crucial for our people. It's very, very crucial for our people. We are living in very tough times. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll take una into Gozang district in the great state of Momo. History is being rewritten by people who purposefully have schemed to kill and destroy Ambazonian forces and tarnish the reputation of the major force on the ground for political reasons and for strategic reasons that benefits the enemy. These are people who have been paid to infiltrate this struggle, some of whom were propped up by Cameroon Communication Minister Issa Chiruma. I'm talking about Chris Ano. And Sako, a con man who was propped up to hijack Seseko's administration. These people have been engineering and weaponizing Ambazonian soldiers against soldiers in order to end this war in favor of Cameroon occupation of Ambazonia. This will not happen. Our soldiers are in total control of Gozang, and anybody who had participated in this attack will have no peace until they are hunted down. Any barracks that shelter these forces should immediately present them to the Ambazonian Defense Forces for questioning. I will not go further to talk about that. But before I take you into Gozang, as these impostors, embedded agents, agents provocateurs try to rewrite history, let me bring you back to who liberated Gozang before these people successfully take over this IG group from Seseko. This is Gozang, and these are the people, the ADF soldiers that liberated Gozang. As Sikot would always say, no group no supposed to go take place where another group day. If that is an honest statement, that statement should apply to the Splinter IG group embedded agents who are trying to contest and claim that Gozang is a place for them and them only. For we, the ADF, we welcome any other force to come into Gozang and live side by side against us. Live in the trenches as we fight La République du Cameroon. The forces of the TTA that were arrested or brought into custody into the ADF have all been released, and they are living amongst our people. We have not come to Gozang to capture anybody, to interrogate or fight anybody. We are just there to use it as a strategic position against La République. When I watch this video, before I will take Una for inform Una about the subsequent events and the current events in Gozang. These are all videos to tell you how Gozang was liberated and by who, and who can be there and who cannot be there. Una watch.
For you, so una know say we get problem for Gram Zero here. I mean this, but Timaya for Guzang. We get problem for here.
But Timaya, now the ADF commander for Gozang, where them be fight for liberate Gozang, kicking out all La République du Cameroon offices and the terrorist position in Gozang before these people them can take over Seseko IG group. They try for come for displace we for political reason on the ground. Una listen.
General Commander, look at seize all my weapons them about 20 something promotion. Una sitting the way we get her now. Now I mean they did the church for come Guzang any day. They the church for come. Now just say that the fear I like they for not enter. They know say I don't do them. They for not enter. Una not try for solve the matter. Make a minute you arrive for them. When I talk say I talk say say I need work for ADF General Commando. Me na be my general for waiting. Now somebody face me bullet. No me na somebody face some bullet for Gram Zero here. No be they need pay no man for Gram Zero here. We don't decide for fight for una. Muna not take a like say they say we don't turn and slave them. As I the tongue now so me they give that rifle. Una first thing where you first supposed to ask and I say they don't give una that rifle them. Una get for knife for them. Me they give a rifle for them because we know if I play with some man. With the war at the team talk, so I go die. At the war under General Ivo when I ADF I have a cho. As I tell you now, no man will change them. As I don't stand and say I'm a work with ADF, I war ADF so they fight end.
So, unfortunately, these people had assassinated this commander and many of our top commanders who liberated Gozang, ADF soldiers, foot soldiers, dedicated nationalists fighting against La République du Cameroon. For the Michel Bienton and all those who have been trying to lie and rewrite history that ADF Ayabacho is fighting for La République, they should hear testimony of our soldiers on the ground fighting against La République, liberating homeland. We are the patriots. We are the liberators of Gozang. We are the people of Gozang, the sons and daughters of Mogamo, fighting to free homeland. So, when I hear the testimony, I'll play video of the people of the IG who sat down and plotted to assassinate this young man, including General Ivo. This one na a video for one of their Zoom meetings planning to assassinate soldiers.
They would never
exist any other separate group from Momo. I'm going to work with Una, and then we will work or measure them with eliminated people there.
So, when I hear fellow people for Ground Zero, as soon as they watch me for our TV ACN, now the people in this way them plan for assassinate that young soldier where he talks so with plenty of his friend them, but Timaya, they don't assassinate them. Them plot and scheme. Like say ADF they can attack them, kidnap big number, and the rest shoot for a foot. Now God move them for their hand. Then go bring in the person who know and say na la Republic agent. Nambere, me can kidnap ADF soldier them. They method them, they no shoot gun, they put their gun for down facing a brother them. Now ADF weapons and this, we then seize them all. With Nambere way to work with la Republic now. For carry them all. Go get them for them. They fight now against Ambazonia. These people, the way they try to pretend for lie, say ADF they work with La Republic. Now them, they work with La Republic. Their action is the prove up every day for Ground Zero. So, before I take una for insight, wait to go on now for Gozang, I'll present una some few video them. But una don't also see, say even our action them, that will attack inside Lebialem, so they will capture a local bee house. Them come, the same people them, can't talk say that they are fighter them. So they then give name for their own so-called county head. Talk how it be the plan they attack, they analyze them for their TV. We on a lie. When they realize and say na ADF they will go carry that attack, then talk na say na La Republic. So they not be consistent because they lie. They try to confuse our people with the hope say they not go support the right group will be effective for fight against La Republic to Cameroon. Recently, for inside Bamenda, some of our video them for our forces, the anti-kidnapping squad for Bamenda, it don't capture La Republic to Cameroon. The people them for inside Bamenda, ma bring up that picture. The people them for inside Bamenda, where they work at thief and harass our people them. They make claim for being ADF soldier them. Now them this for year, now the ADF, now the Chris Anu, the Sako their group this, they try to they claim I'm saying now their own fighter they be carrying. I hear say Chris Anu even go make a whole show. Unfortunately, I know if you play that video them for year for begin the confusion again. It claim her na their so-called restoration forces they don't catch the ones in na ADF na people them for inside Bamenda. But we actually in our forces them. We will just delay for release the video because we will be very busy. So they claim say that they fight for Bamenda, they claim say no be they fight for Bamenda. The same cross and die where it be announced as me they assassinate that cross and die. The same cross and die where it talk say person where key cross and die he go pay money. Now the cross and die be there for the video. Now he and our head of our anti-kidnapping squad, Pastor Emma, they be do this work for arrest these thieves them. So make una be rest assured. Say these people are just people who lie, and they are not fighting to kick against the ADF because of anything. Now because they want to create a buffer for interrupt the free flow of our soldiers for attack La Republic. When I see say these few days ago for Isa Gozang, we don't use them like a platform, like a base for launched attack for La Republic. It even make La Republic then withdraw for some part them for inside Bali for can reinforce their position them around Gozang. So we will continue to do our job. So for wait to wait it happen, when I be see how we come for Gozang, we don't try for take for bring in order and for prepare the beginning for Gozang, recruit even more of them for fight. When I see the reaction for the TTA, after we don't call for dialogue and reconciliation, then decide for attack our forces them for Sunday and for Monday, the video them, they release them later on. Now the first video then this way they come for attack our soldier them. I will play that video, make una see them also. They can attack our position every day, then burn down some of our things every day. Make I put the video. I think the video is in circulation already. So this one now the TTA attack. They attack one of our outposts for inside Gozang. Now one of our outposts is in a place where the front line where our soldiers they be there for day. There's few soldiers they be there for day. They will be overwhelmed because they become in their numbers. Then retreat and they fall back before they get reinforcement before they take another attack for them. At this time where they attack our forces, the reason why they be choose this day, Sunday, Monday for attack our forces now because we will carry out a big operation for instance Beme. Most of our forces they will be deployed from Beme and Lebialem. So then take the opportunity for attack our forces when we will be the weakest. our forces they be act well and defend
Commander
themselves
Asi today.
and watch them.
The commander under the economy of Major General Commando. They
So
kill Momo.
now the force in this way that attack our forces, our outposts for day for Monday. This one an old video for Monday. They attack.
Now they don't come to Guzang.
None of our soldiers was not wounded. None of them were killed. But they take their property, then they burn them down.
We don't come to Guzang. We don't fry them for Guzang. We don't take one place. We don't new tenants. We don't take a place and you burn them.
Now
We don't dismantle over here. The burn and them.
Now the ADF that things in this way they don't can they burn them. Take gun them like this for can fight una own brother they burn them. Una don't go match na dock it take. Una watch the video, see the anger and bitterness for these people them. Oh yes, they don't give them a 1 million. Say me they can't attack ADF. Now they audio this. Una here.
1 million when baby agreeing na bombe Guzang.
So now audio this way it don't leak for the group. It shows them pay them. Me they can't attack ADF. Una watch them.
Even when they can't come. Na can't come. I even na go fair. Na me be commander acid. Commander blue cap. Na got the blame. The Major General Commando they kill Momo. I see this. When I bought all this them. I can hear this. They don't man for where we. They man where we, but we can't take them. We can't take them. All this so. Now they stay.
So this one at the house, na a house where it will be abandoned. Our forces they occupy that house to protect Gozang. It will be now an outpost, a place where they hide, they stand for take radar, to make sure say they see like the public when they come for attack. This boy them they come out can attack them for they then withdraw before we come back again for they can attack them on the other video.
We take it step by step. I don't talk them. I block plan before 6. Now me be commander acid for Batibo. Under the canopy of Major General Commando, they kill Momo. Ekpa for you want a shop. No shaking sha. I did my boy them. We will see how far. May the shade. He will fight and run away. He's here to find another day.
So they talk how they be run when the ADF come for day. They run like cowards. They only fit come for day for can fight, for can kill, for can burn kako them for eat.
They attack we will run. But want to say to our own day.
So I see the tell now, AD explain for now how ADF can attack them, they run. As a matter of fact, ADF no become can attack them. We come for they will be shoot gun for up. The few one they be there for they then surrender. We'll discuss with them. When we don't see the video, we'll release them. We'll not release them back. They live among our people them peacefully. We don't extend our hand for reconciliation and ask all this commando soldier them for stay for inside Numbeng. And for the one way then they out of Numbeng, me then state their objective. Me will be sure so they don't get any intention for attack we. But now they don't cross the line. They don't come up for my 17 can attack our outpost for the burning properties of ADF. None of our soldiers was injured. None of our soldiers was dead. Our ADF soldiers, they come back after they fall back. They can fight back for they retake this position. Then go right up to close to my 17 for some small village they call and they say Anje. Who push them back, go right for Anje Isham. For inside Anje Isham. I'll bring the video them, will capture their place where they stay for corner my 17. And we don't withdraw back from my 17. We'll day back now for inside Gozang. But this one are the picture of videos where they come up from the ADF counter attack the next day for inside Gozang.
Yes, the Ambazonian people. Na that their ginger room this so now where the boss their head come out fight we. So they were fighting. You see I'm now here so they woke up this morning time. Come out for can attack their command to them.
So this is where they plan their attack in India. Ichup they call that place now Aje Ichup. Now for they don't plan the attack before they can launch the attack for we don't push them back out of Gozang so that we can capture their headquarters where they for corner my 17. We don't push them out, will not be get any intention, but I want to reassure them, say they go hear from us very soon.
But still on still, all them they like. My brother they on this year now. Now for years so where they come also, see the worker fight their brother there. Now see now the places so see their house now their compound. So see are not where they chop and today so. Now full granite and this so directly for inside our zone. If they dare we, they go confirm code. As I see another hands this so. You see Now this year, now here also we did. Now here the TTA boys they stay. They see them they be TTA. They don't want ADF inside the revolution. Yes. But
So now here the demeanor for our soldier, well professional, very calm, no anger. These are people the way they reason. ADF soldier they reason. They reason very well. No be stupid idiot them.
see if they come again, we'll kill them all. We'll kill them all. And this one, the house this one. Now here we TTA boys them. They decable.
Hello. Hello.
Now this so. Now then this so. See their room.
So we perform a search for the house.
Now this year.
We did not burn the house. We don't do that to floor Ambazonia. We don't burn house of people. Don't burn properties.
My country people there. If they come again, if they dare, when I take command, make come over that bush way they make can negotiate with the ADF. Most of you move the La Republic forces out of Momo. Many the worker the confuse say worker shoot Amba to Amba or say worker shoot Akamanto. Because if it there, anyhow we see him, may take him.
Anyhow we see him, make e take him. So my fellow country people them, now they state that for inside Momo, now they state that for the district of Gozang, firm in the hands of the Ambazonia Defense Forces. We will continue for the unroll the transitional authority for ground. We will call on the diaspora Mogamo people them for support that initiative. We will encourage youths them to carry out on small project them for inside Gozang for make sure semi life will be normal. We will encourage traders them for go for market for continue for sell them for market, while our forces them they will continue for maintain the guerrilla posture for inside the great state of Gozang. Any force we dare point a finger against the ADF, it will go back with one finger less. This attacks them against ADF, it then results to the death of 4 of their soldiers. One way they tornado way they for Bamen and they take treatment with a bullet wound for a back. All those things are not be necessary because they listen for paid agents for abroad where they push them in and go fight on the for because of money, where that money no pay back for their life where they don't lost some for inside Gozang. Will never even get a single injured soldiers, and contrary to the propaganda the way they put them for our side. So before I want to conclude this show, I want for play on this video, may prepare on for the next show where I go bring them up. This one for inside the great state of Bui, went for 2018. Make it show now the state of ground zero and the activity them of the Ambazonia Defense Forces. So the one for Bui, now Bui Palace, where the ADF and the Ambazonia Governing Council, it gather people during the time where Siseko be declare the independence, the restoration of the statehood and the independence of the British Southern Cameroon Ambazonia. It be benefit from the mobilization effort of the SCNC, the ADF, the Governing Council, Sokadef, and many other, even Maurice, many other organizations, they come together for work as one people against a common enemy for a single goal for independence. The person where they talk for this organization for inside Bui population be gather. Now the ADF spokesperson for Ground Zero. Now the Amazonia Governing Council mobilize our people. They meet and come out, can hoist flag for Fons Palace before they welcome the declaration. It not be matter who make that declaration for we, or it be matter na say na Ambazonian independence. Now so our spirit day. Now we would work this way and would want make all man they work for a common goal because we be a common people. We now watch. So this one for inside Kumbu. Have a Kumbu so where the people that they gather. So now the ADF spokesperson that So I want to forward them for the purpose why they want bring all these old videos in. Now for inform una, say history will not be rewritten. The time where the black people they be manipulate white people, them it don't pass. We would defend the narrative. We would defend the truth because we believe, say only the truth can set us free, as the Bible rightly said. When I remember the word of General Amba Ivor, the ADF will lead the way to Boya. Will lead, it no means not only we, but with our sister and brother forces together, we shall fight against Cameroon occupation and end Cameroon reign in Ambazonia. We are the patriot, and everybody we get a goodwill should come behind us, just like we came behind every effort in the beginning of this revolution before these infiltrators came in to try to change and implode the revolution by instilling insider attack, insult and blackmail and lies and lies and lies. Our people should open their eye in ground zero as you watch me today, whether you are watching through the ACN or the YouTube or the Facebook page, to come back to your senses and follow the leadership of Dr. Cho Ayaba. He is the only credible, spotless, principled, well-disciplined, with a structure that can hold him to account and make sure that the charter of the governing council will respect and lead us to our freedom. Join us, support our effort so that together Ambazonia will conclude this war to its expectant end, which is nothing but outright separation and outright independence for our territory. When I watch the group and we come to the end of this show today, God bless you.